We've been talking to you about your emotions and what they mean. You heard us today say that negative emotion means you've got a vibration going on that you're not up to speed with. And that positive emotion means you've got a vibration going on in your vortex that you are up to speed with. So today we want you to contemplate that these emotions, which go all the way from appreciation and love and ecstasy, passion, fulfillment, love, that feeling of invincibility, that feeling of eagerness for life, you know how that feels, all the way down to despair, to a feeling of fear, to a feeling of disempowerment, to a feeling that they don't want me to win, that feeling of having no control of your life. And of course, there's every imaginable emotional word or feeling in between all of that. So now we want you to realize that you are a vibrational being and that you've got a momentum going. So we'd like you to envision this spinning disc, this pure positive energy disc, this high-flying, good-feeling point of attraction that somehow, some way, you've managed to get on. And we want to say to you, it's pretty easy first thing in the day before something happens, before you read your email, or before you see another person who is irritating, or before you start remembering what went wrong yesterday. In other words, you can get on that high-flying disc pretty easily because you wake up there. And if you don't do that thing you usually do that causes you to choose a lower disc, then there you fly for a little while. And we want you to just speculate the kinds of magnificent things that you have incrementally put into your vortex of creation that will now flow seamlessly, effortlessly, quickly through the path of least resistance into your spinning grid, into that high-flying, good-feeling grid. Esther's been having a lot of fun with this visual because she's discovered that if she cares about getting on it, she most always does. And if she cares about staying on it, then she's mindful of the 17-second scenarios that might take her from it. And she's also become really good at what we were offering to you earlier about if she's falling and the momentum is strong, don't beat up on Esther about it. Don't beat up on yourself. Just take the fall and set forth the intention that tomorrow you're going to get back on it. So if every morning you decide you're going to get on it, first couple of days you probably won't make it to breakfast before something takes you from it. But eventually, it's where the momentum of that which is you feels most natural. It's just pretty easy to stay there, especially when you realize that by staying general, you don't challenge it, you don't risk anything. And that if you do fall off, it's no big deal. You can get back on it tomorrow. So last week, Esther announced to us, Abraham, I refuse to accept that I have to wait till tomorrow morning to get back on the disc. Because I like being on it so much. And I'm clearly not on it right now. For all of the obvious reasons, because you saw what happened. It was wrong what they said, what they did, how it turned out. Wrong. But I refuse to accept that I have to wait clear until tomorrow morning to get back on it. I'm going to meditate and clear my mind. Worked really good. I'm going to find some way of distracting myself. I'm going to find a way of slowing the momentum of unwanted things while I speed the momentum of wanted things. And this is the last piece of this opening that we want you to hear from us. Make no effort at slowing negative momentum because it just speeds it. Because this is a universe of inclusion. There's no exclusion. It's all about attraction. So when you're not going to think about that thing that you're thinking about, then you're thinking about that thing you're not going to think about. And as you're thinking about that thing you're not going to think about, you're thinking about that thing you're not going to think about. And the momentum is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And you're feeling worse and worse and worse and getting all animated about the injustice of what you're feeling. They just don't want me to win, you exclaim. And we want you to understand that it's all about what you're doing. And when it doesn't feel good, just lay as low as you can lay, as fast as you can do it. So rather than trying to stop negative momentum, your work, this is your assignment for the rest of your life. We never give homework, but today we're going to. find ways to get positive momentum going. That's it. That's your work. Get on the disc, stay there as long as you can. If you fall off, no big deal. Get back on as quickly as you can. If you fall off, no big deal. Get back on. Until what will begin to happen is you'll have enough positive momentum that you'll begin feeling what the true power of influence is that we've been talking about. If you're having a no good, very bad day, Esther will say, clearly, I'm on the ornery disc. And I can tell I'm on there because there's ornery people all around me. Or I'm on the defensive disc. And your tendency, Esther's too, is to want to blame the other ornery people. Because if they weren't there with her and being ornery, she'd feel a lot better. But we want her and all of you to understand, she met them there. She met them there. It's like going to the ornery meeting. Where's the ornery meeting? Where's the ornery meeting? I want to meet new ornery friends. I'd like to be flipped off by different people in traffic today than usual. So when you begin to accept that you chose the disc and that they just met you there, it sort of takes the sting out of what they're doing, what it feels like they're doing to you, especially when you begin to accept that you have the choice of what disc you're on. And today, we think you understand it more clearly than ever before, that you have a choice of what disc you get on, and the earlier you choose it, the better chance you have of choosing the one you mean to choose. And eventually, and we're talking about a matter of a few days and weeks, you're going to predominantly be there. And when you start hanging out in that high-flying, good-feeling vibration, and you not only have the benefit of feeling good and breathing more deeply and feeling that fantastic feeling of eagerness coursing through you, but you also then begin to realize the benefit of the wonderful ideas that are flowing to you and the really good timing you have and the rendezvousing with all kinds of wonderful things. And the evidence of your disc is all around you. No matter what disc it is, the evidence of it is all around you. Then you'll begin to understand the invincible you. You'll begin to understand that you are the creator of your own reality. You'll begin to understand you always have been and you always will be, but you'll begin to exercise more deliberate control. And you'll find yourself, this is the biggest benefit of all. You'll find yourself not spending all of that time, how much time you can spend, trying to explain something to somebody who's not on your disc. Have you ever been flying high and somebody else isn't and you're trying to explain to them? They don't get it, do they? So you just crawl right down on their disc with them so that they can understand it, and then, are you ever mad at them that you're down there on that disc with them? You'll get so much time back because you begin to understand that it's not a language barrier. It's not a cultural barrier. It's a vibrational barrier. Stop trying to explain stuff to people that they have no way of understanding. Instead, pick your disc, rendezvous with those that do understand, and have a really good time. Esther had the dashboard cards made, and the first group of them were edited for space. And they said, things always work out for me. And Esther could feel the slight offness of that, because every time she's heard us say it, she's heard us say, things are always working out for me. Present tense. They are always. In this moment, they are working out. In this moment, they are working out. In this moment, they are working out. No matter what's happening and no matter what your perspective of what's happening is, things are working out. And as you practice that thought and come to own that, your concerns will be replaced with feelings of adventure. And your fears will be replaced with feelings of adventure and eagerness. Your confusion will be replaced with more moments of clarity. And your scrutiny of your time-space reality will be replaced with a feeling of appreciation of the bigness and the fullness and the possibility of it. The vibrational acuity that you have embarked upon as a result of the hours that you've patiently listened to us rambling here today has put you on a bouncing off place that will bring evidence to you immediately. And as you savor each and every particle of the evidence that is coming in response to your newfound vibrational frequency. You see, we've been here way more than 68 seconds. And we've come around to it again and again, way more than 68 seconds. You've practiced the vibration of the high-flying disc just by participating here in this day in ways that you've never practiced it before. You are vibrationally altered. And the universe will respond to you in those differences. The request that we now make of you is that you consciously acknowledge the vibrational differences, that you consciously acknowledge your realization of those differences. And that's how you maintain this momentum. The momentum that you felt when you made the decision to come here to begin with. The momentum that in physical words and terminology can be described like this. This is who you are and how you felt coming into this physical experience. I am a powerful creator, and I could not be more worthy or more loved. I am entrusted with the variety of this time-space reality, understanding that it will stimulate within me personal preferences, each and every one of which can be fully manifested and realized by me. I am the creator of my own reality, and I'll be co-creating with lots of others who at varying degrees will understand their own creative prowess. I'm born with an emotional guidance system that will always let me know where I am in relationship with the expansion that has been set out before me by me. And the alignment that I find and the resonance I feel in the form of emotions that feel like joy and eagerness and passion and love and appreciation and frustration and anger and despair. The emotions that I feel are my indicator of my vibrational placement, my vibrational point of attraction in this moment in time, which is where all of my power is. Today, we have literally pushed that reset button so that you are in that fresh new place, if you will allow it. So get your notebook or the memo pad on your iPhone and take note of the realization that's going to begin in the moment that this music starts, in reminding you of the perfection of that which is you, of the love that Source has for you, of the perfection of your moment in time, of the improvement in your vibrational state of being, of your rightness in this place in the universe, of your perfect timing in choosing to be here, in your perfect rendezvousing with those who are surrounding you. Make note of the obvious differences in your point of attraction. And in doing so, you will keep this momentum going. And it is our promise to you that not only will you continue to live happily ever after, but everything that you've been asking for will begin in this moment flowing steadily, directly, swiftly, and with ease into your experience. The fun part for us is that we saw you put each piece in the vortex, but you've forgotten the pieces that you've put there. We've seen the vortex spin the cooperative components into this future experience that you want, that you don't even know that you want. So you are